Hello, welcome everyone to another episode of Driven. If you're new here, I do athlete stories and industry professional stories for sports on this channel. And today here with me, I have Sarah Baptie, who
Hello.
plays for our Humber basketball team as a guard. How are you, Sarah?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, you have a couple of days, like busy days coming this weekend, and
Yeah.
with cold and everything. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. We got two tough games coming up.
Mhm.
I'm hoping the weather doesn't impact that much because I heard we were getting some snow on Sunday too.
Yeah.
So there's some talk about maybe Sunday might get canceled, but crossing our fingers it stays good outside. So we'll see.
For anyone who doesn't know, Sarah has been here for a while, and she has been 2 times OCAA champion with Humber Hawks, and she has been having a really good run with her points and defending as well.
Thank you.
So congratulations on that first. I hope
Thank
you
you.
have a great season. With Humber Hawks, you've been here for a while. Like, what do you think is the proudest moment around being around the team, and how do you like wear the Humber badge?
The proudest moment, I mean, you already said it. I would probably say it's winning because you finally see like all the work that you put in throughout the season and the off season finally actually pay off, and you really feel like you accomplished something, not just by yourself, but like with the entire team because everyone's doing the same thing. In terms of like also the best thing, I think it's just showing up to practice every day. I mean, I wouldn't stay here for 5 years if I really didn't like the people that I was around, including like my coaches, my staff that I work with, just the teammates in general. I made some friends that I still have outside of the team now, so I think that's why I really stayed this long.
Humber has a name for being like a high level, like high performance teams, like not just in basketball, like all around, like with volleyball, like we have a really good team, like we've been really doing with golf as well for last couple of years. So how is it around being like a high performance athletes at like your age, and like people who are really passionate about their sport, and like the coaches as well? Like, what's the team environment, and like how do you guys connect with each other?
I mean, it's good. It's challenging because they expect a lot out of you. We have a lot of good resources here at Humber, so I'm really grateful for that. But with that comes a lot of like expectations, I would say. So you have to navigate that as well. Our coaches and our leaders, including like my other captains, we do a good job with trying to set like expectations pretty early on with what we expect from like everybody in terms of like commitment level, showing up to practice, like attitude and stuff like that. So I would say the team environment's really good because we set those expectations for ourselves early on, so everyone's kind of on the same page in terms of like work ethic. And with people coming to Humber, they really are coming to win and embrace that culture that we have. So when you come in, you kind of already have a little bit of an idea of what you're getting yourself into. But I think for sometimes when like the transfers come in, like it is a bit of a shock, like coming from high school or transferring from another school, because they do expect a lot. Our coaches are hard on us, but it's with love and passion for the game, and you figure it out quick with the support of your team.
How hard do you think it is to get in like Humber's team?
I guess it depends. Like, are you just coming to try out for the team? Is that what you mean? Like,
It could be just, but like, if, let's say someone's as passionate as you, and then they really want to be a part of team, but like there's a lot of competition. Is there a lot of competition to get in the team? Lots of people try out for the team to be part of the team?
yeah. It's actually surprising. I don't think we get as many people coming to tryouts as people would expect.
Okay.
Yeah, I always expect like a large number to come in because you see walking around campus and like the JV team and everything like that. I always expect a large number, but a lot of people don't show up, not like the men's team. Like I know the men's team get like a couple hundred or something, like they get a lot. But it is hard to make the team. But also if you have that skill and you have that passion, it's not simply about like just performing. Like there's little things that you do on any sort of team that don't really go noticed on the stat sheet. So whether it's like attitude or like effort plays, like stuff like that. So it's hard, but there's also little things that go into it behind the scenes as well.
Okay, I see. A lot of people think that basketball is just about like just your physical fitness, right? And we all know that like all, just considering all sports in general, like it's not just about physical fitness, it's like mentally, like, and how you balance that out as well. Talk me through your trainings, like how do you manage your training, like what your in-season and out of the season training regimen look like, and like what do you specially focus on, especially for your position as a guard?
It's a good question, actually. I mean, it's hard because in the off season as well, like you're managing work, like other things are going on with your life, not just basketball. So you still have to navigate that in a sense. But in the off season, I think what me and my coaches really work on is like developing new skills. So if that's a new move or like really perfecting like a jumper or little like things like that, that you don't really have time to do in season that you can spend on the off season. In terms of physical fitness in the off season, you have to do stuff that isn't really fun, because when you're in season, you can play and stay in shape. When you're in the off season, you're most likely working out by yourself, which isn't very fun. So you're going on like
you do lots of lifting and stuff.
Yeah, like the stuff people don't really want to do, but you kind of don't have a choice. You have to do something to stay in shape. When we're in season, I think it's just a lot more about like reps and doing not as much high volume because you're already doing a lot in practice and everything. So focusing on like doing short bursts but at high game intensity. So you're really like reflecting the game when you actually come in. But still like maintaining like what you have for strength wise while you did in the off season. In terms of the mental aspect, I think a lot of people don't realize like that's probably the most difficult thing that a lot of athletes and just people in general really struggle with, like confidence and everything. Recently I started working with a mental performance coach, and I've seen a lot of improvement with that. So I've started doing that this season, and I really think it has helped. But in the off season, I don't see her as much. So yeah, it's probably the difference. Yeah.
And like as you mentioned, like it helps a lot. Like, do you think that at this level, do you think that it becomes a necessary part of it, or is it like individual person to person that some people are really good at maintaining that, but like some people may need help and they should get help?
Is that for the mental part of it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's like person to person basis. Some people just aren't comfortable with like talking about it and they'd rather deal with it on their own, which is fine. Everyone's different. Me personally, I feel like it's better to talk out loud, talk to someone that is an expert. They know what they're doing. They've seen it before, so that feedback is really valuable to me because it makes it feel like less daunting, I guess, because it's more normalized and you're sitting with someone that has seen hundreds of athletes before you and probably experienced the exact same thing, so it's not really new. So I think it is important, especially with basketball where you can like fluctuate really high, really low, especially because the season is so long with like points or defense and just frustration in general. Yeah.
I love basketball because like in like, let's say for an example for soccer, like if one team is really good, like they can have a possession for like 80 minutes, 70 minutes, like they can just play it by themselves. Basketball, you can't do that. Like there's always turnovers, like you go up and down the pitch so much. Have you seen like lots of injuries in your career, or like have you been through like lots of injuries, and like how have you recovered from that?
Yeah, thankfully, knock on wood, I haven't had any serious injuries yet. I hope I don't have them in my last season, but yeah, I mean, it's sport. It happens. They're not on purpose. It's just accidents. It happens in every sport. Like you could be walking in a soccer game and pull or tear your Achilles, like stuff like that. But because basketball is like kind of physical, like I would say it's probably more common in terms of like physical injuries. Like a girl on our team, love her. She's had a couple of broken noses and now she's in the face mask, but she's still pushing through. But like stuff like that, ACL tears are really common, especially in basketball and for women's sport as well. Like I remember 2 years ago, we had 2 girls on the team tear their ACL at the exact same time. Like, so it is really common. For me, I have I have chronic injuries. So like I suffer from like extreme cramping in the game, which is like weird because it's not like soccer where you
you're like running
like
constantly for like a longer period of time.
Exactly. So it's kind of surprising, but like little stuff like that where you have to like manage and make sure your like fluid intake and your salt intake's really good the day before. So it's challenging, but we work with a good team. So
yeah,
I guess I'm blessed that way.
That's awesome. Yeah. So in the moment like those, like and like again, touch wood again, that I hope you don't get any major injuries, not just now, like throughout your career, like however long you go. What's your like mantra, or like what do you do to like recover from like those kind of events, like, and not just injuries, but like maybe it's a bad game, or like maybe you guys are performing so well but it's a disappointing performance a day. Maybe it's tiredness, because like let's say for the example this week coming up, like you have 2 important games in a row, like maybe you're tired, you gave it your 100% but you still couldn't perform as well. Like how do you get up from those moments and like recover yourself?
That's a good question. I mean, obviously I feel like the first step, you have to like acknowledge that like it's one game, you know, like it's a long season, like I was saying, so it's just one game, like it's not going to dictate the rest of the season. But I rely heavily on my teammates. I'm still working through navigating that aspect of my game, but I rely very heavily on my teammates, and they're very supportive. So if I have a bad game, like they'll lift me up even if I'm getting down on myself, because I feel like you're probably your biggest critic. Like everybody is, like you want perfection, but it's not really attainable. So I think just talking to people and realizing that, okay, it was a bad game, acknowledge it, but it's the next game that really matters because that game's already done. But in terms of like physical stuff that I would do, I would go watch film with my coach and probably get in the gym the very next morning.
Okay.
Depending on how bad it really was.
From your perspective to like it's just a women's sport in general, like women's basketball especially, do you have any favorite women's basketball player?
Oh, of course I do. Come on.
To give me the names.
Well, there's a couple. I mean, I love Paige Beckers. I feel like that's a common name you've probably heard before. Who else do I like in women's basketball? AZ Fudd. I love the UConn team just in general, I think. But Jada Williams, really good. She just had a really big game. Who else? Who else do I have? Olivia Miles is good. Cameron Brink is really good. Kelsey Plum. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of people that are going off right now, and a lot of new leagues that are coming up. So
yeah. Are you excited about Toronto Tempo?
Oh, of course. I need to go to a game. I'm hoping maybe someone will throw me some free tickets. Like
yeah, I know, right? So let's talk about it. Like from your perspective, like from the recent years, like especially Caitlin Clark and Aja Wilson, like those ladies have like made so much impact on the sport itself, and they're not just like players, but they're basically identities of the league as well. So like when you see them play, or like just when you hear their name, like what do you feel? How do you feel? And what do you think that which way women's basketball is going?
Yeah, well, obviously when you hear that, especially when you play basketball, I feel like maybe it's a little bit different, but you feel good about it because, I mean, even if you go back probably like 3-4 years ago, like it wasn't as talked about as it is right now. Like there's new unrivaled league, there's the Toronto Temple coming, so it's really starting the conversation of like what women's basketball can really like become, which is really exciting because of the opportunities that are going to come as a result of it. And I think it just shows like young girls especially that like you can say you want to go play basketball for real. Like, because I remember being like really young and being like, oh, what do you want to do? Oh, I want to go to the NBA, because we didn't really know that there was the WNBA or stuff like that. So now that they're in Toronto and there's a lot more games being televised and stuff like that, I think it really shows young girls that like they can still achieve the exact same thing as the guys.
And what I love is like our basketball is like very popular, like in like last couple of years, like it has grown so much.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
the audience wise too, like our basketball games are like fully packed. So like when you're playing like in that crowd, what's going on in your mind?
I mean, it's a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like, we are very lucky. I know we go to some other schools and there's not as many fans going out, but when we play here, it's a lot of fun. Like, even the whole like theatrical stuff that they do before the game with like the intros and everything. Like it is really cool if you come. Like it is an experience. Like even if you're just a fan or like a student and you come by, like it is cool to watch. But it's fun. I mean, you can take what you want from the crowd. I like to take energy from the crowd, especially when you're tired and it's like in the fourth quarter and you hear people cheering and stuff. It definitely gives you an energy boost, which is nice. But I try to just tune it out and just listen to what my coach is saying. I can always hear my dad on the sidelines, though. I don't know how he manages to get his voice that loud, but he always comes across in my ear, even when I try my best. But yeah, I think just trying to maintain focus, especially if they are close games, because I know that's when we get the biggest crowds, when they are like higher ranked teams and everything. So maintaining focus and trying to get the team like together. So, because it is nerve wracking when there's that many people there as well, especially for the new players. But just listening to what our coaches are saying and going off that really.
Not to jinx it, you guys are on four game winning streak now. Yeah, and I hope you guys continue. But I want to know what's in it for you in the future. Like, how far do you want to go? What are your plans for the future? Tell me about it.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm just taking whatever opportunities really come my way. We're still in the regular season right now, so I'm not looking too far. Like next year, am I gonna go pro? Is like that stuff gonna happen? Am I just gonna stay and keep going to school? Like, I'm not trying to jinx it or put too much pressure on it or put expectations on it. I think I'm just trying to like perform and be really present with where I am, because it's my last year.
Yeah.
But with that, I'm also just trying to take opportunities that put themselves in front of me, because you don't know how long you're going to be playing.
Do you want to tell anything to my audience or like who is watching this video, like to get them going into the basketball game, or just like if they're already playing, like do you have any tips for them, any tricks for them? Do you want to give any messages out?
I would say probably the biggest thing that I've learned throughout my entire time here is that the best things you can do on a team never show up on the stat sheet. Like we were talking about earlier, it's really the truth though. Like if you do those hustles plays, if people actually watch basketball and they know basketball, those are energy-based plays, like chasing after a loose ball or like playing really, really good defense. Like those are really energy booster plays. So don't get too in your head about stats or other stuff that might not show up on the stat sheet, because people will see you when you're actually playing. In terms of coming out to games, I mean, come out to games. We don't have that many left, so you might as well come.
Yeah.
And you get free stuff. You get like free popcorn and stuff.
Honestly, I'm trying to volunteer with Hawks as much as I can.
No,
I was
you
just
might as
volunteering.
well.
Yeah. And I love to come. I love coming with like our games, like especially volleyball.
Yeah,
and I started
volleyball's
watching basketball for like last year. I've been here for 2 years.
Yeah.
For the first year, I was just I was figuring lots of stuff out, so I wasn't paying that much attention, and my work schedule is also all over the place.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, this year I'm like, I'm going as much as I can, because this is my last year as well.
That's what I mean. So I might as well just go full throttle and go in there. I know, I just went to the volleyball game last night. It's the first time I went to the game this year, and they're so much fun. Yeah. They're really good athletes to go watch, and it's just a fun environment to be in when everyone's cheering and like rooting for.
And as you mentioned earlier, like the way Humber does it, like it's almost a feel of like a professional team or like a professional club going at a professional level and playing. Yeah. And you guys take it really seriously, so kudos to you guys.
Thank you. I mean, kudos to you guys. You're behind the scenes doing all this stuff, so it wouldn't happen without everybody there. Yeah. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
It is. Well, thank you so much for doing this. And this because you're my like New Year's first interview.
Oh yes.
So like, yeah, your first episode of season 2. So thank you for doing this, and really nice to meet you, because it's the first time we're meeting face to face too. So well, thank you so much, and you have a great day.
Thank you for having me.